Welcome back, everybody. I'm your host, Sir Stephen Topham at the third at your service. We're going to do this a little bit differently because we need to make you aware what actually sets you free is the truth hurts, but it sets you free for reasons. There's a lot of reasons, right? And then there's a lot of details, facts to go through, and everything else. But you've got to establish something, right? People's lives are on the line because of fucking insult of the North Norfolk Rugby, misled information, not telling the truth, dishonesty, and put everybody's lives on the line, right? Right? When the management does this is a little bit in, in, in constructively and very undisturbedly and really thinking why the steam team coming back? We the good guys, for God's sake, right? That's one truth, right? So you know it, we're the good guys. The diesels are very deceitful, right? We know that, but I don't want to keep going down the same route when you know the truth. Okay, the community knows it, the taxi drivers know it, my friends, my connections, all of it, right? We all established, right? The Clare School in Norwich, who's Orsted School in Norwich, which is true, right? The Clare School in Norwich is basically in South Park Avenue and basically in Orsted in Norwich, right? A lot of you think this is all a joke. No, it isn't. Even Knapford School and Cromer, which is basically Suffolk Park Infant School, and so forth, right? Getting on down the line. The stories were told in truth, not in fiction. It's reality. This is what throws you right off, right? When was the last time you looked in the mirror and you know it was unfolding in front of you? You can't ask the dead these questions. These are questions that you're asking me personally. I said it's all to do with personal experiences, understanding the truth, the logic, the respect, and everything. But we not just a normal bunch of bloody children or adults. You know, a lot of people think, right? I'm going to make it quite clear, right? There are things in life that you feel guilty about right now. The North Norfolk where they feel guilty so bloody badly, they can't get it off their chest, they can't rectify it, they can't sort it out. Why? Keep me out of it because I'm innocent, right? We establish they are in the wrong. The North Norfolk Railway, they are in the wrong. We knew that from day one when they booted us out in 2019. Why is 19 so bloody important? 9 plus 1 equals 10. So, what did they lose? The common sense? If they used their common sense, they would not hurt people around you, right? They would not harm anyone, right? They just make a flaming damn lame excuse. There are a lot of people out there that know the truth and they just can't admit it because a lot of people feel like, what do we do with this person? Well, how can we help this individual? You got clues that you got in your hands and you're not realizing he needs these clues, he needs these answers. We can't always say it in public or we can't acknowledge it in public. Right? I know the Divas Diesel and the rest of the Diesel team, they don't give a shit because all they're doing is trying to expose us. Right? The Steam team are trying to fight back and like they always do. Which we always do. We end up we getting the clean. Why? Why does the truth hurt but it sets you free? Why? What's the last thing you look at? You got music, you got real people's lives in it, you got my mother in it, you got myself, you got Duck in it, you got Gina, you got bloody damn um, Nia, you got everybody around you, even Caitlin and Connor and without exposing who they really are in real life form. Yes, you got me in real life form. Yes, I could tell the difference between a good guy and a bad guy. What does a Norfolk Warrior is afraid of? The truth. The thing they are afraid of. It's the truth, right? You have to acknowledge that you got this big, big problem that you can't solve overnight, right? You are like, what the shit is he talking about? Tommy put it in perspective for you. There's a lot of us that know what's been told is true. You can't go around like saying, oh, he's a liar, he's a liar. Well, I am not a liar, right? People are going to suss the North Norfolk Railway to carry a lie, right? Truth hurts, don't it, for you guys? When you look in the middle and look at the sky and really understand, holy smokes, there's a really good person here. You basically got an intelligent being on a planet that can help you out, understand you. Basically, when I approach somebody eye to eye contact, then the things start to add up, right? The community knows this. There's a lot of people that knows this. How many people are going to jump in and really understand? If you really want to be realistic about this, you have to take what's good with it, right? Okay, the stories and truth. Right, if I read a Thomas the Tank story, it's gonna flip your head and making what the fuck? It's like saying, yeah, well, look at the Stephen Hatt department where I first come in. Yeah, well, I'm Stephen Topham Hatt now. Ding, 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 I'm the fat controller. Third gen. What happens? The Norfolk Railway can't take the truth, so the truth hurts on them. But it sets them all free. Work it out. The management are fading. They all going ding, 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 ding. Why? Because they can't understand the truth. They can't see the logic. Why has this guy been set up? And why is this and all of that? Because at first, when people understand the hacks, right, there's a lot of things you don't understand about us, right? There are things that you should be proud of. Right, when you look at the Norfolk Railway and the M&GN route, what do you get? Obviously, you turn the Norfolk Railway route upside down, right? Which makes you look south instead of north. What do you get? The Sodor route. So work it out. Doesn't take a genius to work that out, obviously. But there is a fine line between the barriers. If you can't take the truth, how can you help the truth? How can you stop the truth from hurting you when you know it's a truth? You gotta take realistic form here. I'm being diplomatic with you guys now. Stop crying wolf. First of all, in all plain eyesight, you've got the truth in front of you. I know it may, for a lot of people, it's happy, it's happy, it's good news, it's not bad news, it's not selfish news. The truth may hurt people from certain extent, right? I'm going to break it into two groups, right? There's people that don't believe it, and there's people that do believe it because they got the full evidence in front of their eyes. The living proof, as they call it, right? Can you remember the episode where Doctor from the hologram Doctor that we call in Star Trek Voyager ends up being a relic of time? Now, relic is another episode I'm gonna give you, right? Let's just say this in a better way than you think, right? Truth hurts, but it always sets you free, don't it? Does it feel good to hear the truth rather than the lie? The lie will always not be the opposite. You're not going to get that. The lie will just be a burden, be a scar on your shoulder, or whatever you do. The job you do as an individual reporter, or guard, or bloody security, or whatever. What what comes through your head? The first thing I am taking, I'm part of you, right? When I look at the North Norfolk Railway team, I'm part of them. But they've got to be realistic about what's unfolded here. People are not just going to jump off a cliff and say, I'm dying because I can't believe this truth. Right? I don't want you to die because then it puts me in a guilty conscience to stand up and say, look, pack it in, let's get this sorted. Right? You got to realistically say, look, there's a management that don't believe what's unfolded, right? They can't put the two together to work it out. Right? It may have taken a lot of people, a lot of time, and a lot of people to meet up, right? Right, I had a lot of private connections around the globe, even in America, Australia, all of it. And everybody's just like saying, right, yeah, well, we believe that truth hurts, but it sets you free. Why? People can't just see it, right? When you look in the mirror or look at this or look at that, what do you establish? Right, the police in right, they say they wanna protect the law and protect everything they do. They're doing a grand job uh, for what I've just given them to do, right? I said, don't bother me because I'm just unfolding what's realistic, right? Of course, when it's done in real life, it is a lot difficult than what it is, right? If you try and tell this story in the children's way, children, or let's say you read it as an adult, right? You see, at first your mind is overblowing like it was, right? And it's the truth is then it's all anagrammed inside the books, and the books will always be setting you free. It's something to be proud of, but at the same time you got to be understanding it's happening in all in real life, and then everybody's saying, "Good morning to you, sir." I'll always say good morning, alright? In the fact controller's voice, don't get me wrong, because it's my actual voice, right? When I was acknowledging to you that you can't put two wrongs to make a right, you need to put this right to get it right, you know what I mean? You're saying, like, when I was approached by a lot of people in my life, right? I had to safeguard a lot of flaming damn people. Some are private connections, some are friends, some are family friends, connections, all of it. Some of the people knew who I was, but they could not say anything. They had to let it unfold. But what happened when you realised that the North Norfolk Railway screwed you, the North Norfolk Railway screwed you all over just because of one bloody mistake? Right? Not my fault. Don't blame me because I'm just doing my job now. Now you've got the real guy. Now you can't screw it up. Right? You now learn the truth. Right? The truth hurts, but it sets you free, don't it? I look at you and realise what the hell's going on here, or what's unfolded here, what to acknowledge from here. But you're not going to succeed it because you overstep the boundaries of what you're doing. You know, when you think about what you read, what you look at, what you do, nearly every flaming book on a shelf has got a very good element of truth, logic, respect. But at the same time, when you read these books like Thomas Tank books or Lord of the Rings or anybody that created anything in the 30s, 40s, 50s, then you realise why, right? You got to a point in time when you're gonna start looking back at these books and say, yeah, they're based on real life. Well, you have to really, really understand that A lot of things unfold for a reason, and that's not a normal thing. Yes, it's a magical thing. Yes, we have to understand it's logical. Yes, a lot of places are connected. Yes, it's all truth. It's all logic. It's all respect. But people starting to think in the box and understand everything. But it's a lot harder when you're not able to support me in every way. There's a lot of people that feel like I'm guilty for carrying a lie. For example, well, what do you do? Why, I've not done nothing wrong. But what made truth hurts, but it sets you free. When I established that, I thought it would be a good title for the second afternoon of the podcast because I want you to fully understand that anybody that listens to this now will understand. Okay, I've got another cup of tea. I'll just listen through and understanding everything, and then you ask about Terence, the cow, the Vickers town, and everything else. I said, yeah, well, it's all bloody damn true, isn't it? Right? A lot of people thought there was 26 books, but because of a famous bloody good writer like Britt Orcroft and all of that, she took over and extended the story. But then she's turned it into a real life event, which has happened before she started. But that's truth. But she continued it where Reverend Robert Aldridge, right? You know what I mean? So it's like a bit of a continuation. So, in a layman terms, in real life, it's slowly progressed, right? So, really progressed forward. But a lot of people that are finding it hard to believe it as a truth, it's like, say, in 1900 or 1912, right? Everybody that got told anything, they believe it to be the truth, right? So it passed genetically down the line through the family and everything that's unfolded correctly. But mine goes back before the 1900s. So we established that, right, okay, let me give you an example, right? The thing is, there's a little catch to this which not many people are aware of, right? How many of you feel guilty at the moment at the North Norfolk Railway? Right, we're talking about staff. We're talking about staff that are carrying a lie, feel like they can't do nothing, right? Right? There is a lot of reasons why I tell people don't carry a lie, carry this truth. The truth hurts, but it sets you free. Why? You can't go left, right, and centre and say this is what's happening, this is what's achieved, this is what acknowledged. Right? When people write this down, or they know it's going to happen, or it's unfolding that way, I want you to understand what it means to acknowledge it's a truth, but people haven't got the balls or haven't got the potential or haven't got the acknowledgement to realise why. People want respect. They're gonna have to earn it. Sometimes there's a lot of times where I say that because there's a lot of people finding it hard to believe the truth. It's been it's hurting them, but it's setting them free. But you've got to realise why is the North Norfolk Railway being fucked up? Excuse my language, but it does. The North Norfolk Railway will end up thinking, this is what's happened to us, and this is what is acknowledged to us. So what do? Let's just say the management is screwed up so bloody badly, they can't come to me and ask for support, right? First of all, in all plain eyesight, right? They don't realise what they've done wrong, right? They don't establish why truth hurts but it sets you free. Acknowledge that you've got this big problem in your head and you can't rectify it because You feel like you have held responsible. Don't feel look, the porters, the guards, the security, they should not be feeling guilty and be told they got this order, they got that order, they got this order, they got that order. Look, go into our bloody 2019 time period and experience everything we just experienced. And let's just say the guy with the glasses, as an example, or the porter or guard, went down and sat down at the bench outside the table in the public and talked to the person I spoke to, Joan Mudden, right? And she said, "What's wrong? What you gonna do if you knew a secret that you're not allowed to give out?" What do? You tell her to back off, as example, which is what's happened on me, right? And you explain to her, "I'd rather talk in the office." Right? You try and put yourself in the safeguard position. Oh, didn't she? Right? You may be doing the right move, but it was the right move to do. Right? I asked her personally to go in the office. Right? She declined it and said, "Oh, it's been used." I said, "Bollocks." Why bollocks? Excuse my French. But then you got to realise why somebody gets set up just because he was not physically abusive, he was verbally. That's difference between the difference, right? You see, when you got a team of diesel team like that, right? The clue was already in the TV show. It showed me that I did not like diesels. It showed me I'm more kind-hearted to my steamies. Why? The steam team all flaming got booted out one by one and got the verbal and abusive and all that. I said, why? Yeah, well, the truth bloody damn hurts on all of you. I know it hurts. I know it's not your fault. But when it comes down to the diesel team and all the porters and the guards can't bloody help us, not even the employees, right? I said, in the days, it was all a major, major fault on their part, not ours. So we got set up, we got this, we got that problem, and now we've got accused of something that wasn't our fault. Right? If somebody was accused of a setup, what do you do with a setup? You look into it. Right? They will tell you you did this, you did that, you did this, you did that, and it doesn't add up. Right? So what does the police do? They fucked up their own problem. Right? The police fucked up. Right? Because they believed that lie over the same person that actually was innocent to begin with. Right? People thought this was a joke. I said, no, it bloody damn wasn't. Right? So you need to prioritise. You need to understand it. If the police was in my shoes at that time, they will say you're innocent. Right? There was a lot of right, right. There's a lot of things that were happening all at once in the one bucket. Right? I had to solve that problem and fixed it. I fixed the problem, but at the same time, yeah, okay, Daisy's timeline is off limits. We can't do nothing about it. It's like an immigrant coming to our turf, if you would like to call it. She does her timeline. Leave it alone, right? You got no choice. Even ourselves can't touch it. It's like a right. So you gotta let her play it out. Ding, 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 ding. Right? We know everything that goes on around that station. Right? Yeah, well, the fact the trawlers got set up, well, I would say third gen myself, got set up. So did my grandfather, so did my father. What happened? Ding, 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 ding. Well, my father got out of it, my grandfather got out of it. Why not me? So work out the pattern. Look at the pattern. The pattern is your clue, right? Do you see the fat controller of the of Sheringham Station premises? No. So what happens when the North Norfolk Railway is screwed up there and then? The truth hurts, but it will set them free. Why? You know it's true, but you're scared. You don't know what to do and you don't know how to fix it. You don't know how to rectify it. You feel like you're stuck in a bubble and you want to get out and say, no, I can't be part of this problem. It wasn't your fault to begin with, nor is it the porters or the guards or the security at the time. I said, come on, guys, grow up. Smell the coffee. It doesn't take one man to do this job. It takes a lot of people to. They know I'm innocent. I know I'm innocent. The steam team are innocent. Why they getting battered? Because they were all booted for for wrong reasons. Different reasons, but wrong reasons and set up. Why? The setup was there so they could screw up everything you got up there. What happens if the tables were turned and you thought, what's the wheels that spins so well? So what happens when the whole flaming thing goes round and 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 round, and you're ending up with one problem? Let me give you an order that will help you out, right? We all know that we all been set up. Some got hurt. Their feelings got hurt. Right? I established that. I know that you've been double crossed. I know you've been this, and I know you don't got that. Are the cops going to help you on that? No, because they discriminated the problem. Right? They believed that what they were given. Right? I said, ding ding, no way. I come in at the right time to get you back all in. Some of you won't, some of you will not. Some of you will, some of you won't. Right, I'm going to establish this. Look, the truth hurts, but it sets you free. When I establish this is not a game. When you look in the mirror and realize that this is not a game, and this has been established to be putting things right, establishing everything around you, right? You got a major problem and you got a really bad problem, right? It's not the Steam team's fault, it's not my fault, it's down to the management. The management won't see it head on clear. They will think you've gone, right, there's a problem here. Well, the truth hurts, yeah, but it sets you free. Well, it's the management gonna help you out. The answer is no, because the first thing they look at is that they screwed up. Just look at the figures for the last 6 years or seven, let's say from 2016 all the way to 2019. Then look at it. Then you will work out that it's gone up and down, up and down, up and down, up and down. What happens? Why? In 2019, when you booted us all out, now look at the figures from 2019 to 2024. Then you will flaming wake up and smell that damn coffee. Why? Because they'd rather believe that truth. It may hurt, but it sets everybody free. Not free the way they want it, but they're free to know that you were set up, you got the truth that's real, and you basically got a lie that's lying to you through the teeth and saying lie, 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 lie. What happens? The lie maybe looked like it was in control of you, but you're not. The lie is not there to protect you. It's there to put you in a very difficult situation. If I was lied to, I won't carry it. Because if the lie was all set up, right, you have to look at it from every angle, look at it in every direction, and realize how badly wrong it is in, right? People will have to bloody damn listen, right? People have to understand the logic in it. The truth will always set you free, but it also hurts because you gotta realize it really does make you understand what's unfolded, what's been corrected, what hasn't been corrected. Is the porters and the guards gonna help you with that? Not straight away, obviously. Until they see it with their own eyes and realize how screwed up they are, then they'll be crying wolf like hell. But this is not a game. The truth will set you free, but it does hurt at first because you're not acknowledging what's unfolding, right? When the whole when ev- let's take every book on the shelf like W.H. Smith or anything like that. They sell their books, sell their books, sell their books. A lot of it is biographies, Lord of the Rings as an example, and then you've got Harry Potter and all of those. They are real life. They just haven't been unfolded correctly yet. When you read a lot of the books, a lot of them have names and acknowledgement and all of it. I said Thomas and Friends is based on reality. So if you like realized how when you got to the end of the book of the 26 books, right, you have to realize there's a lot more to it. It's been added in, right? So when you establish that you fucked up, then people will, right, people in the community and the taxi drivers already know it's true. Right now, you just got to help me out to fulfill the other half. I can't be on my own. However, the truth hurts because it's acknowledging to you that you've screwed up. People don't realize how does he know a lot about us. I said there's connections through connections through connections. I said the story is told in truth, but now you gotta realize why am I here to help you out. The truth hurts, but it sets you free. So establishing that it makes you wonder why 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 now? Why now? I said, did you know there was a bloodline pattern in general, genetic code, all of it? Right? You have to establish, right? Overall, you've got a problem in the law, right? You've got a problem in the government, you've got problems in every direction, right? But you also have to establish you can't go round like hell. You can help and guide and support and give it a little bit of a push here and there. But then when people don't realise what's unfolding in front of them, who's losing out? You know, people think they know the way inside and out. Just look at upside down, look south. What do you get? The Sodor layout. However, you see, you had it all, but then you fucked it all up because you screwed it up and torn it up apart. But I can't blame you for it. I blame Dr. Beeching because he's an asshole, excuse my French, and he's a bloody damn insulter in every angle. But the truth itself of the story proves the point where the truth hurts, but it sets you free. You can't go around and say, look, oh, he's done this, he's done that, he did this. There are a lot of truths that are in that book or extensively in Wild Northwestern's timeline that proves a point about me and my family, right? But when you think about it, then you got to work out, okay, someone has got a wife, because I know I got a wife, but I got to work her out to understand her. But the thing is, you're not going to get her straight away because Obviously, I'm still in my prime. I'm still able to get her. Don't get me wrong. But the thing is, what did you do? It's what did the Norfolk Railway do wrong that fucked up everything? Why, one day the Norfolk Railway will not take pity on anyone. All they care about in the end of the day is money, 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 money. Well, it isn't about money all the time. People are telling you, you're lucky to get me, but now you've got to pay the price because I'm correcting things, re-correcting things. Truth does hurt, but it sets you free. Don't listen to the management, that's for starters. They're not going to be saving your backside in the end. Right? So when the truth comes to you, don't say, oh, that's a hoax, that's a hoax. I said, no, it isn't. I am dead serious when I've come to this point. Right? You want something that wants to be cleared up? Ask the Norfolk Railway for something they can't give to you directly. Right? Ask them, right? And I know it's a big step and it's a big leap, but ask them, give them a question they will not know. Right? Ask them about Wild Northwest's timeline, which fits my storyline in. Right? Even if I'm playing it in real life now, watch what unfolds in front of their fucking eyeballs. They will they will say, oh, I haven't heard of this guy called Wild Northwester. That's what they will say, which will be partly true. And Wild Northwester will fuck them up before they got their positions filled. What happens? Right, they just lost the management, haven't they? If I know correctly. Right, thanks to my mother who's been eyeballing your eyesight. So work it out. Number two, the management are already fucked because they don't know the guy called Wild Northwester and they won't target someone they don't know. Number two, so I'm lucky to have him as my private connection. And then they will end up saying, oh fuck, we are dealing with real life. And do you know what they will do? They won't believe it at first, and then porters, guards, and all the others will start wondering about something. Right? Truth hurts, but it sets them free. You free. Right? You got to be realistic on what they do. Right? You're not gonna get it overnight. That's for starters. I'm not gonna be pushing, pulling, and pushing all the time. Right? Because my family is well gifted, specially gifted in a special way. Something that the NHS did not understand at first. Then they've started to click, click, click. Probably they have read the Thomas the Tank books and looked at it very, 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 very closely. The way it's unfolded in front of them, the way it was told in front of them, the way it's been acknowledged by them, and it was told in direct levels of approach. I do apologise, but I just had the internet cut out. But anyway, I want you to be a little bit more up to standard about this because a lot of this is all to do with truth and logic here. End of the day, the North Norfolk where they screwed up. Alright, I do apologise for a few minutes cut out, but it had to be done. Anyway, thank you very much.